What's going on, guys? Angelo here, and welcome to Around the Track. This is where we talk about all the hot and new things going on within the coastal community. Today, I've got to bring you guys some breaking news out of King's Dominion. Shout out to KDFans on this one. Full coverage goes to them for the credit of the information on this one. I'm recording this on January 21st, 2020. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, by the way, it's also 6:41. King's Dominion is going to be removing another thing, guys. As you all saw from the title, King's Dominion is going to be removing Crypt. And this one, it comes to me by the surprise of when they did it, but I'm not surprised by it. And the reason why I say I'm not surprised by it is because I've literally said this in previous videos about Crypt and how it was literally down at one point for like half the season because they had to replace the motor. And once again, here we are. Another thing gets removed, but this time, this is the first thing to get removed in the first decade, so it's going to be crypto. And the reason being, I'm pretty sure, is because of maintenance once again. The rides at King's Dominion are not maintained well. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right off the bat. They're not maintained. They don't maintain it right. As you all saw from Volcano, we're now in the same predicament that we are. We now need another flat ride. On top of that, we need another coaster. And it just feels like things are trying to look up, but they just can't look up anymore. It's crazy, you guys. Like, it all started with Shockwave being removed. I specifically remember is because 2015 they removed Shockwave in like August or something. I can't remember the official timing when they removed it, but I do remember they removed Shockwave. I rode it that year, got the last ride and whatnot. But after Shockwave was removed, we start seeing like rumors and whatnot for Hurler to be RMC'd, and their lies. They removed Hurler the same year, if I'm correct. They actually removed it in 2015 as well, but it was at the end of the season. And in place of Shockwave, we got Delirium. I went over all of this, but I'll go over it again really quick for everyone. So Shockwave, we replaced that with Delirium. And then we also lost Tornado. And that was a big one. We still haven't really gotten anything back for that one besides this new kids area, which, what is it with Kings Dominion and getting a new kids area? We don't need, why do they keep trying to cater to the kids when adults are the ones who are going to the amusement park? I get it that I get the attendance. They want the attendance to go up because the kids bring the parents, and the parents means more people and more money. But that tactic is just, it just seems like it's not working. And I think they've got to figure out a new way. We haven't really gotten anything back for Tornado. Sadly, I really thought that last year we were gonna get maybe some new water ride, or this year I thought we were gonna get a new water ride, but instead we're getting some new kids area. Following Tornado, they removed Dinosaurs Alive. Haven't gotten anything in that place. That was pretty recent. I don't remember the exact year. I think it might have been 2017 or 2018. That was because the contract was up and they didn't want to renew it, which I don't blame them. It really wasn't making them that much money. So I don't blame them for that one. I went there to film like the tour or whatever. I'll leave it in the link in the description below to anyone who wants to check it out. But there's nothing really spectacular about it. It don't look like the animatronics like Disney or Islands of Adventure, if I'm correct. They have them there too. Also, in place of Hurler, obviously we got Twisted Timbers, which was probably the best addition that they've gotten so far within that last decade, besides Intimidator, because guess what? We only had two coasters. It took us 8 years to get another coaster. Remember that, guys. It took us 8 years to get Twisted Timbers. Intimidator just didn't give the volume and attendance like they thought. And then you saw Fury 325, and all of a sudden Carowinds is getting the big addition to the water parks. So there goes the show where obviously the attendance and whatnot is going. But following Dinosaurs Alive, we then got the sad news about King's Dominion's Volcano being removed. And that one basically hit everyone with a big what is going on. Even me, I didn't really think that that was going to happen. And I do remember though, prior to them announcing that, maybe like a week before they had announced that, I had some people messaging me that they were like, it's not looking too good for Volcano. I definitely remember that. And I was just like, man, this sucks. But hey, you just have to keep moving because Volcano, it was a maintenance nightmare as well. But we now have Crypt being removed, and this is probably the one where I'd say I'm not really sad to see it go, but at the same time, I just wish they would put maybe like a better flat ride in its place, maybe something like Finnegan's Flyer. I think that would really work for the park. Honestly, those rides, those top spins, the Huss top spins especially, they use a lot of mechanics and there's a lot of spinning and whatnot going on. It was a maintenance nightmare for real. Like, I don't know the amount of money that they spent on that, but I imagine that it was a nice, pretty penny. They probably spent almost as much as the ride, if I'm correct. Also, the one other thing that did get removed was Big Wave Bay. In place of that is where the like new kids water area is gonna be at. So that's all 6 things. So let's go over one more time for you guys, for everyone who didn't realize. So it was Shockwave, Hurler. You also have Dinosaurs Alive. You had Volcano, Big Wave Bay, and then Crypt. So that's number 6. Within 5 years, imagine that. In 2015 is when it all started, and in 2020 we removed another thing. So what I do hope for this area, I'm gonna talk positive about this now because I do hope that whatever they get, we obviously know that it's more than likely going to be a wing coaster coming in 2021. I expect to see footers probably in August or so. I think the best part about this is that this gives them the chance to start a whole new theming because Safari Village there's nothing within that area at this point that's even caters to the safari, and I think it just needs a whole retheme. Like, spend the money to do the retheme. That might be the thing to actually help the park a lot. Safari Village just needs to be scratched off and just redo the whole thing because Volcano was basically the heart of that area, and without Volcano being there, it literally leaves a hole. Unless they're gonna theme the wing coaster to a safari type like Volcano, like going through some structures of like Volcano and fire effects, I don't really know what benefits that name. I mean, you have Intimidator, Backlot, Flight of Fear, and Avalanche. Where do you all see Safari within any of those 4? Hence the reason why I say a retheme is probably their best option at this point. Spend the money for the retheme and hope for the best because you can get some new flat rides within the area. That area by Volcano is huge, and now Avalanche is just going to be that area that's going to be so dead. It's literally going to be so quiet over there. I don't even really want to go over there to film, but I'm going to go over there. I'm going to check it out. Obviously, seeing Crypt gone and Volcano gone, it's gonna be pretty crazy. If you're wondering where I got this Volcano shirt, shout out to the chain lift on this one. Awesome job, Adam, with designing this one. And this light, by the way, is coming from my like LED thing, my LED mouse pad. So if that's what you're wondering where the light's coming from, that's where it is. But big shout out to them. You can purchase this for like $16, and I'll leave the link down there below. I hope for the best with this park. I really don't want to see it go downhill like the way it's going. But if they don't do something soon, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, sooner or later, attendance is going to drop off if they don't do something. Like, and I think they know that next year, if they don't get this right next year with getting the coaster, and I really hope that it's longer than what it is because that layout was so small. The layout that was released by KDFans, it was pretty, it looked like the coaster was going to be small. We'll see what happens with all this. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I didn't want to make it too long, but you know, sometimes it turns out to be longer than what it is. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Enable post notifications to stay up to date with everything that's happening on the channel. And until next time, you guys, peace out. Oh, one other thing, Pantheon, can't wait. Oh crap, I forgot to talk about Anaconda. I don't even care about that ride, but I imagine that they're gonna be removing that soon. It's an arrow, guys. It's gotta go this year. I hope it goes within this decade. It's got to. There's no way it's not. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.